Mary Padian has captured the hearts of audiences, not just for her sharp eye and strategic bidding on Storage Wars Texas, but for the warmth, humor, and genuine personality she brings to every interaction. Her appeal goes beyond television. It lies in her ability to embrace her individuality with confidence and grace. Whether she's navigating the auction floor with skill and insight or sharing moments from her personal life, Mary demonstrates that authenticity and self-assurance are far more compelling than curated perfection. Recently, she shared a candid photo that sparked conversation, not because it was glamorous or edited, but because it was honest, unfiltered, and deeply human. In a digital age dominated by filters, photo editing, and carefully crafted appearances, her choice to present herself naturally stands out as an act of quiet courage. Fans responded with admiration, recognizing the subtle power in choosing to be unapologetically oneself. Mary's example resonates because it reflects a lifetime of living with integrity and embracing her unique identity, proving that true confidence comes from self-acceptance rather than meeting external expectations or societal ideals. Her authenticity is a gentle reminder that embracing one's own journey openly can inspire others to do the same. A star, known for authenticity. Mary Padian first rose to prominence on Storage Wars Texas, where her keen instincts, clever strategies, and engaging personality quickly earned her a loyal following. Unlike many reality TV personalities who construct elaborate personas for the camera, Mary has remained consistently genuine, balancing humor, courage, and creativity in both her professional and personal life. Her approach on the auction floor, identifying value and opportunity where others might not, reflects her broader philosophy about life and self-worth. That value is intrinsic, and personal confidence comes from recognizing one's own strengths and uniqueness. By sharing a candid, unretouched photo recently, she reinforced this philosophy, illustrating that real confidence is rooted in authenticity and a willingness to show oneself as is, quirks and all. This choice challenges the unrealistic standards often imposed by media and society, offering audiences a tangible example of authenticity in action. Seeing Mary embrace her natural self provides viewers with a model of self-respect, showing that courage and confidence are cultivated through honesty, integrity, and unapologetic self-expression. Her influence transcends entertainment. It serves as a gentle but powerful reminder that self-worth is not defined by external validation, but by living authentically. Challenging unrealistic standards. Mary's candid photo gains additional significance within the larger cultural context, where women in media frequently face intense scrutiny about their appearance. Societal pressures often push public figures to conform to narrow definitions of beauty, generating stress, self-doubt, and constant comparison. By choosing to share an unedited image, Mary quietly resists these pressures, modeling a form of empowerment rooted in self-acceptance and honesty. She demonstrates that real beauty emerges not from perfection or conformity, but from confidence, self-respect, and comfort in one's own skin. Her decision highlights that public figures can exercise autonomy over their image while still inspiring admiration and influence. The impact of this post is philosophical as much as it is visual, illustrating how courage and integrity can redefine cultural perceptions of worth and confidence. Mary's example encourages audiences to question rigid standards, fostering a more inclusive, authentic understanding of beauty and personal value. Through her actions, she subtly invites viewers to consider their own relationships with societal expectations and self-perception. The power of relatability. Perhaps one of the most compelling aspects of Mary Padian's candid post is its relatability. In a media landscape dominated by staged, edited, or overly polished images, an authentic moment like hers creates a sense of connection and intimacy. Fans appreciated seeing her in a context that reflected real life, not an unattainable ideal, reinforcing the idea that confidence and relatability are intertwined. Mary's openness underscores that authenticity fosters trust and connection, enabling audiences to engage with her as a person rather than a manufactured persona. By embracing her imperfections and presenting herself with dignity and humor, she models the kind of courage that allows others to embrace their own authenticity. Her relatability strengthens her influence, showing that human connection and self-expression resonate more deeply than surface-level perfection. Mary reminds us that being genuine, approachable, and self-aware cultivates meaningful impact, inspiring fans to honor their own individuality. Embracing confidence through authenticity. Mary Padian's philosophy underscores that genuine confidence arises from self-acceptance rather than external validation. In a society where social media often rewards curated perfection, seeing a prominent figure embrace her natural self can be profoundly liberating. Her unfiltered post demonstrates that empowerment comes from acknowledging and celebrating one's own value without pretense. This philosophy extends beyond appearance. It encompasses personality, individuality, and personal quirks, elements that define authenticity. By modeling this mindset publicly, Mary encourages fans to cultivate self-respect, inner strength, and courage, showing that living honestly is transformative. Her approach highlights how embracing oneself fully can influence cultural attitudes, promoting sincerity, vulnerability, and integrity over superficial standards. Mary's example illustrates that authenticity is both a personal practice and a source of empowerment for others, inspiring audiences to live boldly while remaining true to themselves. The cultural conversation around body image. Mary's candid image contributes meaningfully to broader discussions about body image and societal expectations. Media often reinforces narrow ideals, equating worth with appearance. By presenting herself authentically, Mary challenges this narrative, validating individuals who rarely see themselves reflected honestly in public spaces. Her actions demonstrate that uniqueness, self-respect, and individuality are strengths to be celebrated rather than minimized. In doing so, she expands the conversation about representation, showing that public visibility can serve as a platform for promoting realistic, empowering models of self-image. Mary's choice encourages audiences to reconsider how they perceive themselves and others, fostering a culture that values authenticity, courage, and self-expression over conformity. Her influence reminds us that the courage to be genuine can reshape societal norms and inspire confidence across generations. Redefining public persona. Mary Padian's influence extends beyond television or business success. It is defined by her consistent commitment to authenticity. In an environment where curated perfection often dominates, her candid post demonstrates that public figures can maintain credibility, admiration, and influence without compromising honesty. By prioritizing transparency over performance, Mary reshapes expectations of celebrity, showing that integrity and authenticity are more compelling than artifice. Her public persona becomes a model for others, encouraging audiences to embrace confidence, self-respect, and individuality. Sharing herself unfiltered reflects a universal truth. Meaningful connection and lasting influence are built on honesty, not image alone. Mary's approach illustrates how public visibility can be wielded responsibly, inspiring others to live authentically while maintaining professional and personal credibility. Inspiring fans and viewers. The reception to Mary Padian's candid photo underscores audiences' desire for authentic examples of confidence. Fans celebrated her bravery and her message that self-worth is independent of societal expectations. By openly embracing her natural self, Mary inspires reflection on personal relationships with self-image, encouraging viewers to reconsider their own confidence and authenticity. Her influence reaches far beyond television or social media, touching lives through the example she sets. Mary demonstrates that empowerment, self-respect, and individuality are cultivated through conscious choice and consistent practice. She illustrates that public figures can inspire not just by achievement, but by living in a way that embodies courage and integrity. Mary Patchen's philosophy beyond the screen. Mary's perspective on life and business is grounded in principles of authenticity, courage, and self-respect. Through her company, Mary's Finds, she exemplifies recognizing value where others may overlook it, a mindset that translates into how she views herself. By sharing an honest, candid image, Mary conveys that self-worth is intrinsic and independent of external validation. Her philosophy emphasizes that empowerment is consistent, not situational, rooted in living truthfully across all areas of life. Her choices demonstrate that personal and professional fulfillment are inseparable from integrity, and that public influence is most potent when paired with authenticity. The importance of representation. Mary Patchen's post highlights why authentic representation truly matters, especially in a media landscape that often favors polished, idealized images over real human experiences. When public spaces consistently showcase narrow definitions of beauty and success, many people are left feeling unseen or excluded. By choosing to present herself honestly and without heavy curation, Mary quietly disrupts this pattern. Her visibility sends a reassuring message to audiences who rarely see themselves reflected in mainstream narratives. Your presence is valid, your experiences matter, and you do not need to be altered to be worthy of recognition. This kind of representation does more than challenge aesthetic norms. It fosters self-respect and emotional confidence by normalizing diversity in bodies, identities, and life journeys. Mary's action demonstrates how authenticity can become a powerful form of advocacy, not through confrontation, but through presence. In showing up as herself, she expands the definition of who belongs in public conversations and reminds others that there is strength in being real. Representation like this encourages people to release unrealistic comparisons and instead cultivate self-acceptance, empathy, and confidence rooted in truth. It also invites broader cultural reflection, prompting audiences to question why authenticity has so often been sidelined in favor of perfection. Mary's example shows that public visibility, when grounded in integrity, can be a catalyst for inclusivity and meaningful change. Her post creates space for individuality, encouraging others to express themselves without fear of judgment or exclusion. Importantly, this approach does not diminish aspiration or confidence. Rather, it redefines them by linking confidence to honesty instead of appearance. Through her choice, Mary illustrates that representation is not about standing out for attention, but about standing firmly in one's identity. The impact of such moments accumulates over time, gradually reshaping societal expectations around image, worth, and belonging. By living authentically in public spaces, she helps cultivate a culture that values humanity over perfection and connection over comparison. Ultimately, Mary Patchen's example reinforces that representation is not a trend, but a responsibility, one that empowers individuals, strengthens communities, and affirms that true inclusivity begins when people are allowed to be seen as they truly are. The lasting impact. Mary's decision to share a candid, unedited image may seem simple on the surface, but its impact reaches far beyond a single social media moment. In a digital world shaped by filters, perfection, and constant comparison, her choice stands as a quiet yet powerful statement of authenticity. By presenting herself as she truly is, Mary challenges the unspoken expectation that admiration must be earned through polished appearances or carefully curated images. Instead, she offers a different message, one rooted in self-respect, honesty, and acceptance. Her action reminds audiences that confidence does not come from meeting external standards, but from being at peace with who we are. What makes her gesture especially meaningful is its relatability. It reflects an everyday courage that many people long to practice, but often hesitate to show. By embracing her true self without apology, Mary models a form of confidence that is grounded, human, and attainable, encouraging others to step away from comparison and towards self-compassion. This authenticity sparks reflection and conversation, inviting people to reconsider how much of their self-worth is tied to appearance or approval. It also demonstrates that influence does not require perfection. Sometimes it is the most honest moments that resonate the deepest. Mary's choice creates a ripple effect, showing that even small acts of bravery can inspire others to honor their identities openly and without fear. In doing so, she bridges the gap between personal fulfillment and public influence, proving that they can coexist when rooted in integrity. Her example reinforces the idea that living truthfully is not a weakness, but a strength, and that authenticity has the power to reshape cultural attitudes around confidence and self-image. Ultimately, Mary's impact lies not in visibility alone, but in the values her actions reflect: courage, honesty, and self-respect, leaving a lasting impression that encourages others to embrace themselves fully and live with greater freedom and sincerity. Conclusion: celebrating authenticity. Mary Patchen's candid photo stands as far more than a fleeting moment shared online. It represents a meaningful affirmation of authenticity, courage, and self-respect in an age often defined by performance and perfection. By choosing to present herself honestly, without filters or apologies, Mary offers a powerful reminder that true confidence does not come from meeting external expectations, but from embracing one's individuality with clarity and grace. Her action reflects a deeper philosophy she consistently embodies, one that values integrity over approval, self-awareness over comparison, and authenticity over conformity. In sharing a real and unedited moment, she quietly challenges the idea that worth must be earned through flawlessness, instead showing that self-acceptance is the foundation of genuine confidence. This choice resonates because it feels human and relatable, speaking to anyone who has ever felt pressure to hide behind curated versions of themselves. Mary's example encourages reflection, inviting audiences to reconsider how often they seek validation outside themselves and what might change if they chose honesty instead. Her confidence is not loud or performative. It is grounded in inner clarity and the willingness to live truthfully, even when doing so feels vulnerable. Through this simple yet courageous act, she creates space for deeper connection, reminding others that authenticity fosters trust, empathy, and meaningful relationships. The cultural impact of such moments should not be underestimated, as they contribute to a broader shift toward valuing realness over illusion. Mary demonstrates that living authentically is not only personally liberating, but also quietly transformative, offering permission for others to do the same. Her influence lies not in seeking attention, but in modeling a way of being that honors identity, dignity, and self-worth. Ultimately, her legacy is defined by this courage to be herself, a legacy that inspires empowerment, integrity, and lasting inspiration across generations, proving that the most enduring form of strength is the decision to live honestly and unapologetically.